Hi, I'm Nina. Welcome to Nina in the Kitchen, where today we are doing peppermint meringues. I love meringues, especially around the holidays, because they're nice and light. They're still a treat, but they're not heavy like a lot of the other food that you're probably eating is. So these are the ingredients. We have 3 egg whites, 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, with 1/3 cup of granulated sugar. Then I have 1/2 cup of powdered sugar, which I've run through a sieve. I'm going to use some peppermint extract. That'll be a 1/4 teaspoon. And let me show you how we're doing this. Now, you don't have to use a pastry bag, but I find them convenient. You don't have to. You can even just do a little spoon drop on your cookie sheets. I have cookie sheets, by the way, with parchment on them. You can also just use a Ziploc baggie and put your egg whites in there. But what I'm doing today is I have a large open star tip. What I do before I fill the bag is I twist it at the bottom and push it down a little bit. Then I'll fill this with meringue. Now, what this is, and it looks a little odd here, but I have stripes of red gel food coloring. And it's better with a long-handled brush, but I just have this little tiny brush. This is a gel paste, and it's an intensely colored paste. I'm going to do one more stripe in here, and this will give some color when they come out of the bag. They'll be striped with red. They're so cute. So that's that. So the plan of attack here is when you're whipping any meringue, these are room temperature egg whites, and I'm just using a little hand whisk. But I wanted to point out that powdered sugar has cornstarch in it, and the reason I'm using powdered is because I live in a humid climate. If you live out in the desert, you can use granulated sugar for your egg whites, and that should be fine. But I want the extra added protection of cornstarch so that my meringues stay crisp and they don't get soggy, because that's not good. So we start out slow on this. As soon as the egg whites get frothy, that's when you start introducing your sugar slowly. Now at this point you can see they're still very wet, and I'm going to start putting sugar in here. I'm adding the sugar in 3 additions, and right now this is kind of gloppy. So you want this on high, and you'll go for probably another 3 or 4 minutes until it's nice and fluffy. And we'll take this up to the stiff peak stage at this point. This is stiff peak. You see the peaks are up, and they're not going anywhere. They just very beautifully flop over. This is so beautiful. It looks like marshmallow fluff. I don't know if you've ever seen that product, but so now this is the peppermint extract, and I'm using an extract today, even though you know I love oils, but that's a 1/4 teaspoon. With meringue, you do not want to use oil because that will cause the meringues to deflate. So I'm just going to mix this in. And now we're ready to pipe. You don't want to fill these pastry bags to the top, because they will open up and come out of the top of the bag. So you just fill it about 2/3 of the way. Push everything down, because you don't want air in there. And then I just take this top and twist it. I'm right-handed, so I'll use my right hand to pipe and my left hand to guide. Okay, here we go. I'm waiting, I'm trying to make it so that I get some red color in here. Here we go. The first few will not be colored. What you do is you go straight down and pull up. Or you can do a little twist like that. That's cute, I like that. This application, you hold your tip bag straight and you push, stop, and pull away. Push, stop, pull away. And that's all there is to making these meringues. Well, the meringues are out of the oven and they are beautiful, look at them. So what you want to do is, this went into a 175 degree oven, and how you test to see if they're done is if they feel kind of crunchy on the outside and sound hollow. But if you bite into one and they're a little sticky on the inside, what you need to know is that they do dry out as they cool down. So that's one tip for you. Another is that I use the number 1M tip in piping these. That's a big Wilton tip. If you want the small star, that's also beautiful. That would be number 20 on Wilton, and Atco I think is 22. So here's how you store these. What I do is I just take them off of this paper and put a layer down, and these things will stay crisp for, I think I actually had some in my pantry that I found after a year and they were still nice and crisp. So I take these off, and then as I go, I'm just going to throw these over here to show you. I take the parchment, I'll put one layer down of the meringues, then I take the parchment and just sort of eyeball where this, how big this container is. Once I more or less have the size of the container, I just cut pieces of paper and fit them in and tuck those in, tuck the meringues in, and then just keep layering like that. This will get a second layer of parchment over the top, and so on. You can make these cookies well in advance. They're great as a hostess gift. They're great to give to friends and neighbors and family. And they're great to just have around the house and eat them. They're refreshing, they're light, they're really fabulous. I hope you try them. They're minty. Anyway, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you try this recipe. Let me know if you do. Please like and subscribe. Thanks, guys. Bye.